Hello and welcome to the Add Camera Wizard tutorial. Let's get started. To add a new network IP camera in VideoLogic, click on the Add Camera Wizard button on the toolbar. Once the wizard opens, you will see the general setup step in front of you. Here you will need to provide the manufacturer details along with the camera access information. To select the camera manufacturer that you are trying to add, click on the drop-down selection box and select the camera manufacturer. Next, specify the model of the camera by clicking on the Model Selection drop-down box. You will also need to supply the IP address of the camera and the port it is using. You can find the IP address of the camera you're trying to add by running the manufacturer-supplied camera search utility. In this case, Axis provides the Axis IP utility to do just that. I can see that my camera's IP address is 192.168.1.106, and now I can add this address back in the Add Camera Wizard. Most IP cameras will use port 80 for communication, so we will leave it at that. There is one more thing that we need to do in order to access the camera, and we need to find out the access credentials. You will need to type in the username and password that you use to access the camera's setup or administration page. The default username for Axis cameras is root, and because I've changed the default password on the camera, I will have to type it in here as well. If you know the IP address of the camera and its access credentials, you can use the auto-detect function to find the manufacturer and the model of the camera. All you have to do is type in the IP address, username, password, and click on the auto-detect button. The Add Camera Wizard will fill in the rest. You can also change the name of the camera in the name field. Once you're done with the general step of the wizard, click Next to go to the Live View step. The Live View step will set up the parameters of the camera for live viewing. Remember that recording and live viewing can be configured independently. Select the desired resolution for live viewing, the quality setting, and the frame rate. Once you're done, click Next to go to the Recording step. The recording step will let you set up the recording type and video parameters for that particular camera. Each camera within VideoLogic can have unique recording settings independent from their live viewing settings or other cameras. First, select the recording type. 24/7 recording option will record all the time, while on-motion recording will only record motion events, saving a lot of recording space compared to 24/7 recording. Additionally, you can set up the pre- and post-record delay in seconds for on-motion recording. Two other recording types are schedule recording, which relies on the active schedule set up through the Schedule Wizard, and the Don't Record option. Once you have decided on the recording type, now is the time to set up the camera video parameters, much like you did for live viewing. Select the desired camera resolution and frame rate, and once you are done, click Next to go to the Motion step. The Motion step is optional, and you can skip it if your recording type is 24/7 or Don't Record. However, for on-motion recording and schedule recording, you will need to set it up. To set up your motion mask on the video screen, click on the Add-in button and select the sensitivity of the motion mask. The higher the number, with 10 being the highest, the more sensitive the mask will be. To draw the motion mask, point your mouse at the starting point of the mask, left-click and extend the area of the mask to your finishing point. You can add multiple masks on the video screen in a similar way. You can also subtract from the existing mask by selecting the Subtraction button. You can also clear the entire mask area and start over. Once you are done setting up the motion mask, click Finish to exit the wizard. The camera will now be added to the VideoLogic application. This concludes the Add Camera Wizard tutorial. Check out all our VideoLogic tutorials at rapidmorph.com. Thank you for your time.